and welcome to Ask Me About K-Pop, the essential guide for recent converts and seasoned fans alike. My name is Shannon.
And I'm Angelica.
And it is a beautiful day, isn't it?
It is a beautiful day. We were just commenting earlier on how lovely the weather was today.
Well, it's very,
It's finally warm again here in LA.
And it's very appropriate that it's so beautiful today because of what we're doing today.
Oh, I get it. I didn't catch that when you first said it. I get it.
You get it now?
I get it.
So what we're going to do today, I was very intrigued by this. I was like scanning through my iPod. Look at iPod. What an old lady I am.
I always say iPod, but I don't use an iPod. All my music's on my phone.
But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I was scrolling through my iPod and I was noticing that a lot of K-pop songs like have similar titles. And I was trying to find like, I wonder if there's a title that I could find enough songs that we could like pit them against each other and figure out what the best one is. And wouldn't you know it, there's a lot of these. So we could probably do this again, but
multiple
today
times.
We picked the word or the title beautiful.
Yes. Only that one word. No other, because there are other
It's Beautiful Life
or Beautiful Life or Beautiful Girl or whatever.
Beautiful
like
Night.
only one word. Beautiful. Those are the songs that we pulled.
Yeah. And I actually, without having to do much digging, found like 16 of them.
16 songs by 16 different K-pop groups from different generations that are all titled Beautiful.
Yes. But I thought that would be too many. So I took like solo artists out. I took the like one girl song out. I took a drama OST or two out. And I left us with 10. So what we're going to do, it might sound confusing at first, but I swear once we start doing it, it will like make perfect sense.
Okay.
So this is the way that my bandmate Matt does it on his James Bonding podcast, where we have taken these 10 songs and we've both personally ranked them 10 to 1.
Yeah, 10 to 1.
So we'll go one at a time and say...
And this is, I would just say, like, we tried not to rank it by favorites.
Right.
We tried to be objective.
Extremely
and say, like,
objective.
Which ones are the best?
Yes. I mean, we'll see how that goes. But that was our intention, was not to be like...
It was our opinion of which one is the best. But, like, we didn't just say, like, which ones are our favorites.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because if we were ranking it by, like, favorite groups, I feel like we might have different answers. So we were trying to, look at the songs.
The song itself.
So what we're going to do is we're going to go back and forth, and you'll say, like, my number 10 is this, and I'll say my number 10 is this. If they don't match, we'll just move on. We'll do number 9. And then once each of us have both said one of these songs, then we'll take a moment to listen to it, talk about it, and talk about why we did that.
Okay.
So that every song gets like an equal moment to be shared. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like,
not really, but I feel
I
like
swear it will
I'm
make
just
sense.
Gonna, I'm just gonna let you take the lead and tell me when to talk about what. So I have all of my notes and my charts prepared. You just tell me what.
I'll
what
handle
to do.
the list and the ranking and how we'll do it, but I swear it will make sense. So just to know off the bat, the 10 beautifuls that we were working from. I'm just gonna quickly list the groups who made the 10 that we're working from. We've got Icon. We've got a 17. A 2 p.m., a Shiny, a Monsta X, a EXO, a Pentagon, a Victon.
Victon, which is
an
a group
Infinite.
I've never heard of.
Was that all 10?
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
I was trying to read them in a really random order so that I wouldn't get confused.
Let's see. I have 17, Pentagon, Icon, Infinite, 101, EXO, Shiny, Monsta X, Victon, and 2 p.m.
Okay. Those are the 10.
Yeah, those are the 10.
All right. Well, I think we got to just get into it before so that we can see how this goes.
Okie
So
dokie.
I will go first.
Okay.
In my number 10 spot, I have Infinite's Beautiful.
Okay.
What is in your spot?
My number 10 is Victon.
Okay.
Beautiful.
So now we'll keep going till we both said one, then we can talk about it.
Oh, we're not talking about either of these songs?
No.
We're just going to move on?
No, because I don't know where your Infinite is. So like it would take your thunder away if I talk about how I hate it right now. You know what I mean? So once they're both
so we're
said,
waiting until both of us have mentioned the song to talk about. Okay.
Yes, so that we get like an average list of what, you know what I mean?
So what's your number 9?
So my number 9 is 2 p.m.
What?
I know, you can take your shock and we'll keep going.
Well, my number 9 is Infinite.
So now we can talk about it. Okay, so now that we've both said Infinite, it basically makes that our number 10
I
average.
see. Okay. So what you're really doing is creating a third list that has combined our results together. So we both agree that Infinite's on the bottom of this list.
Yes, but because
mine was number 9 and yours was number 10. So together it puts Infinite at number 10.
Okay, so this version of Beautiful by Infinite is from 2013, and it was on their album New Challenge, and here is a clip of it.
Can I ask for the timestamp of that?
Yeah, that's at 1:05 or something.
Oh, okay. Because I'm pretty sure I wrote a very similar clip down because I thought that this sounded so much like an OST with that like very big dramatic arrangement. I thought it was really cheesy and just like kind of generally not my style.
Right.
But I literally wrote down, is this to the beautiful you at a certain point? Because just the way that like that's sort of built with all of the like, because he's singing that one line and then everybody else in the background is just sort of going like, or whatever. And I just like, I could just see it behind a super cheesy like teen drama.
Yes, I wrote down that this like, it feels like a K-drama song. Just like, I don't know how you went about this, but I tried to like note what the song, like the feeling of the song. Yep. I tried to look at the lyrics for everything to see what they were trying to say and like evaluate the vocals and any other thoughts I have about it. And like on the vocals, like obviously Infinite was a very like vocal heavy, talented group, but there are like 3 intense key changes in this song.
Yes.
By the end, they are like screaming over each other.
There's a lot of things happening in the like arrangement of this song.
It's so repetitive, but it keeps like upping up building.
Yeah. It's super repetitive. This is like a confession song, I guess. Like I read the lyrics, and it's sort of more about like do you remember the day that we locked eyes? I'll sing my heart as I slowly go to you. It's like confessing that you
like I miss you even when you're right in front of me and like whatever.
Yeah. I think about you every day.
Okay. Well, then we both agreed that was like the weakest of the beautifuls that we had to consider today. All right.
So now we have to ask each other what is number 8 on both of our lists, because you then chose 2 p.m. and I also have Victon on my list, but since we don't share those, we can't talk about those right now. So my number 8, and this perhaps is blasphemy, but I just don't really love this song. It's one of my least favorite 17 songs, and it's 17.
8 is 17 for me too.
Wow! Okay. The exact same ranking.
I was worried you would be mad.
No, I'm not mad. I don't really like this song.
Great.
So this song, just to general, like this song is super cheesy. It's what like 17 does. They have that Egyo like concept to them. They do a lot of bubblegum pop. This is a good example of that. There's a lot of Egyo in the vocals of this track. Like they specifically are singing like cutesy. However, I will ask you to play a clip starting from 37 seconds in.
Okay, my clip starts at 47, so let me just back it up a moment.
Thank you.
So here is 17 Beautiful.
I asked you to play it specifically from there because that first verse that we heard is sung by Ming Hao, and so obviously it's my favorite part. But I just don't like this song.
I have a lot of feelings about this in many ways. Like when it starts, like the beginning of it sounds like a theme song to like a children's cartoon.
Definitely.
But also when I hear it, I just hear it's that moment in the K-pop concert where they get in the trains and they throw balls and stuff out to the, like, this is the useless fan song. This is the fan song.
And I made a note of that because I watched, for every single one of these songs, I tried to find a video of theirs to watch. And I either watched the music video or a stage performance or a dance practice of it. And for this, I watched a K-Con Japan performance from 2017. And I wrote no real choreo, but a lot of denim because they're pretty much all wearing a Canadian tuxedo, like every single one of them. And they're just jumping around. Like
I watched one that was from like a Cutting Edge, like one of their
one of their own diamond
shows. But it was outdoors and it was raining, but they were supposed to be like water gun spraying the crowd, which they're like sort of doing, but it's also raining. Everyone is wet. But like the lyrics to the song are like extremely literal. Like the part I played is like there's an ajushi on the corner talking on his phone. Everyone is so busy. Like,
yeah. This is a song that's like, it's definitely casual and happy. It's like someone who's just happy to be in love. And they're sort of like walking down their streets and being like, oh, I wonder what that person's talking about. I wonder what that person's doing. This person's getting a coffee. Like, I'm so happy and in love that it makes everything I do
special. Like now it's all great
and beautiful.
Yeah. For vocals, I wrote like DK and Sungkwan are princes, like holding that chorus down. But I think I just like hate the pacing of this song and I hate the pause before beautiful. Like I could see it being very fun at a concert, like waiting for it and be beautiful. But it also sounds like the chord sounds like a phone ring.
Yeah.
Like it's not a pretty
beautiful. And I personally really don't like, and I don't know why, but I hate the part that says, my life is so beautiful, because it's not a part of the rest of the song.
Right.
Like it is so jarring to me.
Yeah. And there's like a trap beat under that part for some reason that Woozy, what are you doing?
Exactly. Yeah. The production of this song is all over the fucking place.
Okay. Well, I'm glad we both agreed. So that puts 17 in our average number 9 spot. All right. Do you want to share your 7?
Sure. My number 7 is, this may surprise you, EXO.
Okay. Oh, that's interesting. My 7 is Victon.
Okay, now we can talk about Victon. So this makes Victon collectively our number 8 because I had them at my very bottom.
Yes. It's very interesting, this average we're creating. Okay, before we get into it, I'm going to play it. This was from their 2016 album, Voice to the New World, and it sounds like this. Baby, you are so beautiful. Baby, you are so beautiful. 네가 원한다면 난 뭐든 할게. I'll always be there for you, girl. Baby, we should be together. 영원히 네 곁에. Hey, baby, 너만 바라볼래.
Oh, I feel a little bad now putting them all the way at number 10.
It's okay. I was curious what you thought because my like defense of it is like it starts out with like a, here, I'll just play the beginning because it starts with this like records. So to me, it felt like S Club 7 or something. Like there's a perfect cheesy datedness to it that I like found fine, which is why it's my 7.
I think one thing that lowered this so far for me and like made it be my number 10 choice was that I watched a performance from the show and they are very young and it was so cheesy and there was a very, very distinct element to it where I was like, I've heard this song before 20 different times and it just like nothing about it grabbed me and I just thought like, I don't know. Maybe it was, I don't know if it was the production value of the show itself or like, I don't know, just something about the stage. I was like, no, I don't like this at all. But just listening to the song, like I like it more than that Infinite song. And I would even maybe put it ahead of 17, but whatever. Too late
now. But yeah, I honestly wrote down this sounds like girl group music, which is like maybe why I was kind of fine with it. The lyrics are also, again, very, very literal in a way that made me think that this could have, there's a chance someone wrote this for a girl group and lowered it a second. Because it's like, I put on the new shoes you bought me and I'm skipping to meet you. And like, it's like a new relationship, like butterflies. Yeah. Like, oh, I look in the mirror extra long because I'm going to see you today.
Oh, yeah.
Which maybe seems like
a little bit more
lyrics.
Girl groupy.
Anyway, but like if they're just like little sweet boys and like, I don't know, I felt like they all sing well enough. The chorus is very repetitive. But I don't know, it's just like sweet cheese.
I think that's why I actually I made this my number 10 choice because I didn't even finish it. Like I was watching the performance and the song got really repetitive and none of them had grabbed me. And I also didn't know anything about this group. And so I was just like, you know what, I'm done.
Yeah, I understand. That was how I felt about the Infinite one. Like, honestly, a part of the reason that my ranking ended up the way it did is that I made like a Spotify playlist of just these 10 songs. And the ones that I was finding myself bothering to go and skip, I was like, those are going to have to go at the bottom. And that Infinite one, I almost never finished it. Like, I don't even know if I probably listened to it all the way through once. And then I was like, that's enough times. All right. I'm going to go next, like just to try to keep it even. So in my number 6 spot, I have Wanna.
Okay. My number 6 spot is Pentagon.
Oh.
Which is not to say I didn't like that song.
No. As we get to, most of these songs were not, this was kind of hard to do because these are not like trash songs.
No. It was honestly very difficult, and I changed my rankings a couple of times. Specifically wrote them in pencil.
Yeah, my like 1 and 10 are in pen, and everything in the middle is in pencil. Okay, then my number 5 is Icon. What is your number 5?
Monsta X. Our rankings are so different.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be
How
crazy.
Is this gonna work when we do our, okay, whatever. Keep going.
We haven't said anyone else twice yet.
We haven't had anybody twice yet. We have no overlaps.
Oh, wow.
My number 4, I will go. My number 4 is Wanna.
Okay.
So averaged out, our Wanna is our number 7.
Okay, so Wanna's beautiful.
Wait, you didn't tell us your number 4.
Oh, I thought because we...
Okay, we want to talk about Wanna first and then you'll tell us your number 4?
Because I'm assuming my 4 is also gonna...
Okay, fair.
Okay, so Beautiful by Wanna is from 2017, and it was on their album 1 - 1 = 0, parentheses, nothing without you.
What a mouthful.
I know. So here is Wanna's Beautiful.
So beautiful, beautiful. 그 누구보다 아름다울 너니까 아프지 마, 널 향한 노래가 들린다면 다시 돌아와. 그리워. 거울 속에 혼자 서 있는 모습이 낯설어. 네가 필요해. 잊지 않기는 내가 너무 싫어. 다시 돌아와.
I really liked this song.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I watched the music video, the performance version.
Me too.
And the choreo is really cool. It's like soft and smooth, but it's intricate as fuck. Like the footwork is very, very fast and like very complex. I thought the song itself was like soft and pretty, and it has a very consistent beat through it the whole time. But I really liked the gentle piano that was throughout the whole thing, and I really liked the soft vocals. Like, the majority of these verses are super low and soft, but then when it does come in big, and like I really liked the way it transitioned between those like very soft moments and the like sort of bigger, like larger orchestrations of it. I just really liked the song overall.
I don't know if I pulled the clip right, but at the beginning when Daniel
The
is
very
singing with the like
beginning.
muffle on it.
바보같이 아쉬운 많은 노래가 하늘을 닿기를 눈물 속에 밤새운 내 기도가 마음에 닿기를
Yeah, I like that a lot. But this song, it's another song, and I can't. It is not coming to me. But like, this is another song that I know.
Fair
and
enough.
it's like, I don't know, I can't find it. But I thought it was interesting, lyrics-wise. This is the only breakup song.
I wrote that down too. This is the only breakup song we have. Like the lyrics are more of like, if you can hear this song, come back to me. Like you're so beautiful. I'm so sad.
Yeah. I liked the bridge a lot. It's like very different from the rest of the song. But yeah, they all just have like nice vocals, and it's like a rumbly, sad, and there's a lot of emotion in that. Miss you so much. Like
Yeah. And I just thought I like the vocals. It's a very like warm song.
it has that same kind of warmth as like 17's Home. I feel like
Yes,
there's something
exactly. Something that's like when you listen to the song, you could picture yourself listening to it while wrapped in a blanket and it's raining outside.
right.
You know what I
Yes,
mean?
this is like a warmy,
Yeah,
rainy song, even though it's like sad. It like it feels that same way. Great.
So now your number 4 choice.
So my
is-
number 4 choice is Pentagon. So okay, so that makes Pentagon our average number 6.
Yes. So far our rankings are at number 10, Infinite, number 9, 17, number 8, Victon, number 7, 101, and number 6, Pentagon.
Okay, so let's talk about this Pentagon version of Beautiful. So this song is from 2017. It was originally a single, but it also appears on Ceremony and the Repack of Violet, and it was written by Ilhoon from B2B.
Oh, okay.
And here's what it sounds like, and I picked the biggest key change at the end when Hui goes off.
Oh, at 2 minutes and 30 seconds?
Yes.
Because I specifically wrote that
Great,
down.
so here it is.
영원히 잠드는 그 순간까지 내 곁에만 있어줘 모든 게 아름다워 그대로 거시지 않는 불빛처럼 또 다른 내 곁에 너 다시 태어난다 해도 난 변하지 않을 거야 You are beautiful 놓지 않을 거야 You are beautiful girl 모든 게 아름다워 거치지 않는 불빛처럼
I love this song.
I know, but
It's
you
so
put yours.
beautiful.
Yours is so much lower than mine. I know, but like
that
we said,
doesn't mean
it's
I
not-
didn't
doesn't-
like the song.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
It just means I liked other ones more for different reasons. But like this was a song that it's like a ballad. It's one that they sing sitting down. And so it's just like it wasn't that those kinds of songs
It
are
didn't have,
usually
like,
not
extra.
the type of my the top of my list. But I did write that Hui was here to slay all over this fucking song. I have like 4 different timestamps written down. We don't have to go through them all, but just know that this song is Hui kills it.
He absolutely does. Under vocals, I wrote Hui and Gino are stars in all caps.
Because they are.
Because they are. The lyrics of this one, it feels like it could be like a fan song.
Definitely
Because
could
it
be.
does say like universe and stars a couple times. But
And it says, "You're beautiful. Just stay by my side."
yeah. But it's just like I love you and will forever.
Yeah, it's just a very sweet love song.
The feeling, it reminds me of a song that you would play in like a graduation slideshow.
Definitely.
Like it's got that kind
it
of
has
like
that
nostalgic,
drama,
like
and it could like bring tears to your eyes.
yes.
Yeah,
And I think that's why it's so high to me is like, even though I tried very hard to be objective, like when they sang this at KCON, it was too much. And I wasn't, because we were all in so much pain. Everything was wrong.
Yeah.
And they like sang beautiful for us. And and there's a really good video on the Cube channel where they're all like in little squares, like the Brady Bunch. And they all like sing it to camera. And it's very nice.
cute.
So that's why I put the Pentagon version of Beautiful so high on my list.
Fair enough.
Anything else you want to say about this one?
No.
No? Okay.
Nope, that's it.
All right. Who wants to claim a number 3? Because whoever does it will probably talk about that group next.
You can go first.
Okay. My number 3 is EXO.
Okay. Really? All the way up on number 3?
I really like this song.
I thought it was really boring.
Oh, I love it. I love both versions. I love it.
Both versions. Oh, XOK and XOM.
M and K. Okay, so this is from 2015, Exodus. This is This is the album they recorded before Tao left, so this is 10 EXOs. And here is the clip. This first clip I'll play is from the K version. I have a clip for the M version in a moment.
Okay.
Okay, so I love this song. I feel like it's just enough for me. It's like very, very simple. It like sounds like a heartbeat and it has this like little springy instrument, but that's all there is. Yeah. And then it's just like all of EXO taking very even turns, singing just a nice little song.
Fair. I wrote, see, it's funny that you point out that like the instrumentation's so simple and that's what you liked about it, because I wrote that down as a negative. Okay. I was like, it's almost entirely just a drum pad behind it, and then they just sing beautiful, beautiful over and over and over again. And it's like, it's very simple, but I honestly thought it was a little bit boring. The lyrics of this song are just sort of like, it's like a song talking about how they are falling for you.
But it's like that the Chinese version is really, really dramatic, but the Korean version is like, they keep saying that you're like a delicate flower and that like they're afraid of breaking. Like they want to love this girl, but like, oh, but what if it doesn't work out and then she's sad and I like break her? She's so beautiful and delicate and like maybe I should.
Yeah, it's a little bit talking more about how like they're worried about ruining things with their love, I suppose.
But I have pulled a clip because there's a part at the end of both versions, there's like a layered like call and answer sort of version of the chorus. And this is the M version where like Yixing is doing it. And I just like, I love it. And they're all just singing together. They're singing together.
I should have listened to the XOM version.
I thought you would listen to both because there's like good Chen and good Yixing. Like Baekhyun's there for some reason.
I know, but they were the 1, 2, 3, 4. They were like one of the last songs of these that I listened to, and so by the time I got around to them, I just looked up EXO Beautiful. I didn't even think about it, and I watched a lyric video of it. I did because there is no like music video or whatever, and it didn't say XOK. I didn't even think about it.
Yeah. I thought I sent you a separate email that was like, there's an M.
You did. Okay. No, you told me. It was just like by the time I got to them, I had completely forgotten that there was an XOM version, and I only listened to the XOK version, and I probably would have cared more if it was the XOM, but I didn't.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I just personally like, this is the kind of EXO that I love. Like most of my EXO B-sides that I have are songs like this, like less dancey, less rappy, like just all of EXO, like singing just something vocals. Gentle. Yeah. Because I'm a vocal stan and I think EXO has great vocals as a group entirely. Like Sehun and Kai have sweet little lines and that like everyone is singing.
They do.
And so that's why I ranked it.
And there's no rap break in it, which I always like an EXO song that doesn't include a rap break.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I didn't hate this song. I just like, I didn't love it.
No, but would it shock you to know that this was written by 6 people?
Not really, because I feel like a lot of EXO songs are like that.
Yeah.
EXO is one of those groups that does like, the company just gives them songs. And I think they usually end up with songs that have like passed through several hands.
Yeah. All right. What's your number 3? That's our next.
My number 3 is Shiny.
Wow.
I know. I was worried that you would judge me for having them as number 3.
No, I'm not judging. No judgment. I just thought that I didn't think that would stop. Like, I thought we'd have a moment to talk. All right. Well, then we're going to keep going. Okay. So my number 2 is Monsta X.
Okay. So now we can talk about Monsta X.
And putting it that high felt like a shock to me when I did it because I didn't realize how much I love this song. But you know what? I love this song.
I figured your Monsta X would be in the top 3.
Yeah.
I figured Monsta X would be in your top 3.
So this song is from 2017. It was on their album The Clan Part 2.5, the final chapter. And here is a clip of it. The first of many.
Yeah, I'm going to ask you to play several.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. So this song, why, like, I wrote that it, like, I haven't mentioned what I thought any of the songs feel like in a while, but this is like a weird, like, drippy, like, clock song. Like, it sounds like dripping and like clocks, and also the beat is like a slow march. Like, there's just something kind of...
There's something odd. That almost gives you a, like, slow motion effect.
Yes.
And I think that they play that up in their choreography, which for me is the, like, selling point of this song.
Absolutely.
There's just listening to the song, I do enjoy. I do think the song is a treat, and I have, like, several points of certain vocals and certain raps that I love. But, like, the choreography itself in this is so good. I love the little shoulder move that they do at the, like, what is it? I know that the lyric is Adam. Adam, that one. Yeah, that one.
That means beautiful, if you remember from my Korean for K-pop fans episode.
Yes.
If you haven't noticed in the last 6 clips, that word keeps coming up.
That's the word. But the best part about this choreography is the way that they take their jackets off at the end.
Yes. The coat choreo.
Yeah.
In the last verse is the best.
It's because they have a really creative way of, like, taking their jackets off, where they, like, throw them sort of around themselves and then, like, step themselves out of it, kind of like the move that we talked about Boa did in that movie.
And make your move.
But what I noticed today when I was watching an M Countdown version is, I think in the dance practice, when they throw their jackets away, they all just, like, throw their own jackets to the side. But in the M Countdown stage that I watched, like, at that point in the choreography, their formation they're in is a V.
Yeah, they pass it.
They pass it.
They do it in the dance practice and the music video.
They do it in the dance practice too. I didn't catch it. But so they basically, like, on the beat, they pass their jacket back to the person behind them, and then only, like, 2 jackets are being thrown at once. And so the jackets get thrown, like, several times because of the way that it gets passed back. It's so fucking cool. It's super, like, clever as fuck, and I love it.
I love it too. Okay, you said vocals and moments. I have those pulled, of course.
I have several.
Too.
Go ahead.
Okay, my first one is this moment that's said by the bane of my existence. I am... Every day. I love that.
I think about you every day. Okay, so then... hopping onto that, piggybacking onto that, I need you to go and play just a 3-second clip, 145 to 148.
Was that it, or did you want the "You're So Awesome"?
I wanted the "You're So Awesome." That was exactly what I wanted. Because my notes say, I love when a boy screams, "You're so awesome!"
Okay, here it comes. I think it's this.
Yes, that's the clip I wanted.
You're so awesome.
Because I wanted that. So hard? You're so awesome. I love it.
I know.
Yeah. This song is so funny to me because like the verses are very hard, and like the first verse is like rapping and like Juan and I am sort of like take it away, but the chorus is so sweet. And for me, my favorite part is it's a Minhyuk line. He's a little bit of a bias wrecker for me in Monsta X right now, and it's at 115.
Okay. Because I was, great. I'll let this run into the, oh God. Because I think that's right now too.
Oh
God. And they do that like clock thing.
Yeah, that like crazy. Their choreography is so nuts.
But yeah, I wrote under vocals, I just wrote Kihyun with a big heart around it because he like carries the whole chorus like mostly by himself. And then like Minhyuk's with so beautiful. I love it.
I love it.
I love this.
This is an angsty song for sure. Like we talked about all the lyrics. This is not a breakup song, but it is like the theme of it is that they love a girl with thorns.
She's sharp like a rose, but they're gonna love her till they bleed.
Yeah, it says, I know I'll get pricked, but I want you. And the end of it is like too beautiful to handle.
Yeah, IM has a line about like blood covered hands. They're like talking about like it's dangerous, but I don't even care.
Dangerous, but I must. I must love you.
That's great. Okay. So we still have 3 spots.
Oh, I have to give my number 2.
Yes, you do.
My number 2 is 2 p.m. Yours was number 9. It was opposite. Almost a mirror.
Yeah,
image.
so it got to be an average 3, even though I put it so far down. That's so funny. Okay, so the 2 p.m. Beautiful was on their 2014 album Go Crazy, and it was a Korean version of a pre-existing Japanese song that 2 p.m. had done. And here's what the Korean version sounds like. Okay, so I should probably say why I put it so low, and then you can build it up because you put it so high. So I can't stand this song because it sounds like a thing that was happening in the 90s where people would make club mixes of ballads where they would just like set them to a and try to turn them into dance songs.
Fair.
Also, this is a direct ripoff of I Will Survive. It's exactly the same chords. They just took out some of the string.
Okay.
You know, the do 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 do.
Oh, okay.
That's I Will Survive. But they just took out some of the like middle do-do-dos, but it's the exact same thing. It was written by JYP, and so like Juno and Wooyoung are singing even more like JYP than they usually do. I don't know, this was just like my least favorite song off that album. I just find it like lazy and no good. So that's why I had it so low, but you really like it, so now I feel bad.
I really liked it. I also wrote that 2 p.m. vocals are so underrated on it.
Oh no.
But I just need you to play the clip that's like, it's Wooyoung's line, and I wrote it as starting at around 30 seconds.
Okay.
But he has this riff that goes into like a low range that I really like.
I'll see. Okay. I'll start around like 20 and see if.
That part.
That part?
That last little, Yeah. I just like it. I mean, I feel like 2 p.m. is often not thought of as a group that has good vocals. And I will say that this is not the best example of that. There are I would recommend like 20 other
songs,
2 p.m. songs. But what really sold me on this was the choreography, which I had never seen until today, where I watched a very old dance version of this music video, which was only available in 360p, but I watched it anyway. And I'm not exaggerating when I say that I had tears in my eyes by the end of it, because I was just like, so delighted. It has like an absurd cheese factor that just filled my heart with joy.
Yeah.
So it's a chair dance, and every time they say beautiful, they look like the pose of
the flash dance
where she's like in the chair, and the water comes down. So that's like the angle of their bodies, but they're just body rolling. Beautiful. They do like 4 body rolls like into the air,
like strippers,
humping it, and then like continue, and then like pull the chair in between. No, this is what they do. They do 4 body rolls, and then they slide their hands down their chest in order to, in between their legs, grab the chair and then pull it out from underneath their legs. So they just like slowly like feel themselves all the way down to their crotch and then pull the chair out from in between their legs. And like, fuck 2 p.m. I miss you so much.
I know. Maybe you were having 2 p.m. sad hours and I missed out on.
I think so. There's also like a really, really the ending of this choreography is so dumb. They like walk forward with a lot of shoulders, and then they do this little like whee, like Newsies
like big,
Newsies side leap where they like click their heels together. It's the cheesiest fucking thing ever.
Yeah,
100% one of the cheesiest things 2 p.m.'s ever done, and I'm here for it.
Wow. Well, I'm sorry that I didn't like it, but your love for it kept it really, really high.
Number 3
in the list.
That's where they belong.
So basically, we know what our ones are by process of elimination. So I feel like, do we flip a coin to decide who gets to be 2, or do we just like accept
No,
it
I
and
think
talk
that
about one?
you should let me go first.
Okay.
So that our number 1 is our number 1.
Okay.
So my number 1 was Icon.
All right, and I already said it.
Your Icon, you had rated Icon as number 5. So together we put them at number 2.
Number 2. Okay, so this Icon is from their album from last year, 2018. It was called Return. And here is the clip I pulled.
I'm feeling so good. 너무 아름다운 너의 두 눈을 바라볼 때면 세상을 가진 기분 Dancing under the moon Oh oh 나 꿈을 꾸는 듯해 Let me take you some 넌 나의 오감을 지배해 Baby 난 너의 노예
Okay. So my thoughts about this song. I've liked this song. I loved this whole album. I think I've said that on the show before. But something about, maybe it's just like the rhythm of one of the raps at the beginning, but it reminds me a little bit of that song American Girl by Estelle and Kanye West.
Oh, I can see that.
I'm not sure why, but
I think it's something about the I'm feeling so good. That melody.
And there's like a rhythm to the raps that they're doing.
Boy. Yeah.
Or American Boy, that's what that song was called. It has really good bass, and it just like feels like a fun party song. Mm-hmm. There are so many deep, rumbly voices in this goddamn group. I really like it. I pulled another clip. I love the intro of this.
Me too.
Baby, you're so beautiful. 느낌적인 느낌 있어. Give me your girl, give me your love. Baby, you're so beautiful. Baby, you're so wonderful. 아름다운 저 하늘 위로 오늘 밤 데려가줄게. Baby, you're so wonderful. Baby, you're so beautiful. I love it.
Yes, like it's so fun, and it has like a bunch of like there's a lot of like levels and elements to it. It has like the sexiest lyrics of the list. Like,
Yes, it does. This is a song where like the speaker in the song is excited to be in love.
Yes.
And so it's like a very positive song. It is a little bit sexy in the sense that there are like lyrics about like
your
touching
sensual
and, like,
rhythm in your body and your like whatever.
But there are also like some very cute lyrics, and I thought that these lyrics in comparison to some of the others, had a lot more like poetic flair to them. There's one line that I wrote down where it was like the part where I'm feeling so good when I look into your beautiful eyes. I feel like I have the world dancing under the moon. And I just like thought that was lovely. I have a lot to say about this song. Okay, so I watched both their Inkigayo performance and their dance practice version of this. Their footwork is so good. This is like another nail in my icon coffin. I'm like definitely legitimately an icon fan, and I have a bias. I don't know who he is, but I wrote, "Who are you?" in the yellow and plaid shirt in their dance practice. He has such deep, beautiful vocals, puns intended. And I wrote down a timestamp of 1 minute and 2 seconds into the dance practice, if you would like to pull that up.
I have it open.
He's one of the ones who sings that "I'm feeling so good."
Okay, so I can probably tell you who that is. If I get this line, I'll go back to my color code and I'll tell you who it is, so you can stand. Okay, let me go back. I'm pretty sure this is the one that is, also one of our listeners' biases. Yes.
He's beautiful.
Okay, I have to look up how to say it because I want to be right. Okay. How do they say this? Because there's a dash in the middle that like makes me confused.
How's it spelled?
J-U-N-E. So I don't know if it's June or Junie or Judy. Like Jude. I have no idea.
Oh, he's 6 feet tall. That's what I like to hear.
He was born in 1997.
That's what I don't like to hear. Pictures.
Okay. Icon member profile. Maybe they would tell me how to say it. But we definitely got a bias email today from somebody, and he is their bias. He has
very, very big lips. Oh! That's a lot of abs.
Wow. Okay, in Hangul, they're writing it Juni. So it's like Junie. Cute. Okay, so there you go. That's your bias. You got a bias in Icon now.
I love his voice. However, as soon as I heard this song, it immediately reminded me of another song. And so there's a part in the song for me in the dance practice version. It started at 154.
Okay, hold on.
Okay, that piece, that da 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 da. Okay, that reminded me of a song which I couldn't immediately place.
Okay.
However, mostly because what it reminded me of is a song that is used as a sample, and what I can't put my finger on is the song that it is sampled
like the original.
No.
Oh, no.
I know okay. So play the original song that it is making me think of is called "I Like It" by DeBarge, and the clip I need you to play starts at around 106. I like the way you work, da-na, 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 da-na. But that song is sampled in something else where they say, "I like the way you wear your hair. I like those stylish clothes you wear." And I can't put my finger on the sample. Or excuse me, that is the sample, DeBarge. Right. But I can't put a finger on, because that DeBarge song has been sampled by like Jay-Z and Nelly and Beyonce and like a couple of different people. So I couldn't narrow it down to see like which of those iterations it was reminding me of. But Shiny's telling me to wash my face because it's 9 p.m. But that immediately popped into my head, that line, when I heard.
Because in Nelly, it's, "I like those stylish clothes you wear, and I like the way
Yeah.
We're gonna ice, and I can see you boo from way over there. Come on, if you want to go and take women in the floor with the goldie." Yeah, that one.
That's definitely a version, a sample of that DeBarge song, and that sample is what I hear that sample in this Icon song. But ultimately, like, I just loved the groove of this song. This is a song that like I feel like you cannot listen to without moving.
Yeah, you gotta dance a little.
To it. Yeah, It's great. And for me, it was like instant buy, instant fan, instant love.
Wow.
Hello, Icon. I
That's
love
so
you.
great. I'm really happy for you, but I do have to say, because it's one more thing I wrote down, when they say, it's that thing where you don't realize a word in a K-pop song is like not Korean, and then as soon as you realize it, you'll
can't
never hear the song.
it. Mm-hmm.
Aphrodite. They're saying Aphrodite at the end of the pre-chorus, but they say Aphrodite.
Because I read that in the lyrics where they say, like, they call you an Aphrodite or whatever in the lyrics. And I didn't hear it in the song. And I was like, that's weird. Do they say Aphrodite in Korean? But no, they just mispronounce it.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I had to write that down. And also, maybe we can cut this because I can't find it. But on my proof that, like, these are slightly sexy lyrics, I feel like B.I. or Bobby says something about, like, surf me, baby. And I was like, I feel like Beyonce taught me that that's, like...
Surfboard.
Right?
I'm going to look that up right now. Icon, beautiful lyrics. You have that sensual sensation.
Yeah, see, that's like right at the start.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's like the second line. Spread your wings and I'll go blind. My goodness.
They say you're like not human.
Yeah, you're not human. Oh, my Aphrodite. I feel like I have the world dancing under the moon. Baby, I'm your slave. Drinking your lips till I get drunk and die. Come surf me, baby.
See, I told you. I told you.
I'm falling for your dancing behind.
Ooh.
It literally says I'm falling for your dancing behind.
Well.
Let me go underwater even deeper.
I told you.
I
told you this was a saucy one.
Icon.
I can't believe it.
You.
Oh, that wasn't good. Don't laugh at that.
I can believe it.
All right. Well,
Icon.
Well, now it's time for my number one, which you let me have, which I appreciate.
Because it's only fitting that they be at our number one. And that is SHINee with their version of Beautiful.
Yes. I love this. Okay, so this song is from 2013. It was off the Misconceptions, Dreamgirl : Misconceptions of You. Mm-hmm. I fucking love this song. But I mean, listening to it now, it feels like that thing we were saying to Jordan last week about like how much you'll accept like a old K-pop because it is in your soul.
Yes, and that is why I ranked this as number 3 for myself, because in re-listening, like objectively listening to this song, it is not my favorite. It's not one of my like number 1 favorite SHINee songs, and it's just like there were other melodies on this list that I preferred, but I will always love this song. Mostly because like I just the jumping at the end and like all of the like I don't know what that is the highlight of the song. Jong's riffs in this are just, like so on point. And this is a song that like it's a little bit more like upbeat and fun, and it's the only song in this whole list where they are like, the lyrics are like, give me all of your scars. You're beautiful. It'll be all right when you're in my arms. And it's like a comfort song of
it's like, give me your baggage, girl.
Yeah. It's like, I can listen to you, girl, is literally a lyric that Key says. And it's all about how like, I'm going to love you, flaws and all. I'm here for you in every situation, which is just like so iconically SHINee, but also just like a beautiful sentiment. And it's a lovely song. It's kind of a goofy song. It's certainly dated. I watched a music core performance of it from 2013, and they had like co-ed dancers, and it's like a cool street party is like their aesthetic. And I ranked this as number 3 and not number 1 because it is like the cheese factor is heavy in this one.
Yeah, I think what dates the song the most is there's like a sound. It's at the beginning, but it's throughout it that it's like a which I call a dryer speed up sound because of this YouTube video I watched once where a guy who was like talking about how easy it is to make pop music or whatever held up a microphone to like the spin cycle in a dryer and then pitched it through an auto tune, and that's what it sounds like. It like makes a cool like noise, but that happens like a bunch of times in the song, and I think that's like what dates it the most. But to me, this song feels like flying and joy, and like I just love it. And
it does.
And I also love, because I just think it's interesting that Jinky and Jong switch off doing the main Adam Dawo, like from
Taemin
chorus
does
to
some too.
Yes, they like everyone gets to do one. And this was one of the songs that like this was a very new Shiny song when I got into them. And it like was some of the first like Mino singing I had seen in like a promoted single.
Yeah.
So like that was always important to me. I watched a performance. I don't know if it's the same one you did. Mino has a American flag tank top on. It's a really funny performance because Jong is wearing a tank top that's like, I mean, cut out as far as a tank top can go, but he's also wearing a black scarf and gloves. So he's like,
yes, in the performance that I watched, everyone is wearing like super brightly colored, like mismatched things. And then Mino is right in the middle wearing a very, very clean cut and like well-tailored tuxedo shirt with like a very beautiful, like well-tailored blazer and these like lovely well-tailored like red slacks. So he looks like he's going on like a business interview and everybody else is like graffiti street party. And it's so weird.
It was weird. But then, and another thing that I watched today, thinking about this song, was the KCON performance that we saw. So I wrote like 100 extra points. It can't be beat because I saw my Shiny sing this song in front of me. So like,
that's very true. That's very true.
There's always that.
Yeah. And this song for me always reminds me of like a very specific, it's a very time capsule song for me. It reminds me of a very specific time in my life because this was a song that like when I was first getting into K-pop, you made me mix CDs of Shiny, just of Shiny. And this was one of the songs that you gave me. So for a very long time, this was one of like 20 K-pop songs that I owned at all. And so it like very much reminds me of like my grad school years or whatever.
Yeah.
But which I don't hate. I don't hate that about it. It's not a bad thing. It's just like this song is like a very special and specific place in my heart. So I'm glad that it's our number 1.
Yay. Oh, well, that was really fun. So let's read them down.
Yeah,
so
what's our definitive ranking?
Our
in
quote
the
unquote
end?
definitive ranking. Number 10, Beautiful by Infinite. Number 9, Beautiful by 17. Number 8, Beautiful by Victon. Number 7, Beautiful by 101. Number 6, Beautiful by Pentagon. Number 5, Beautiful by EXO. Number 4, Beautiful by Monsta X. Number 3, Beautiful by 2 p.m. Number 2, Beautiful by Icon. And number 1, Beautiful by Shiny. Yay. And that was the Battle of the Beautifuls.
The Battle of the Beautifuls. The beautiful battle.
That was really fun.
Beautiful battle of the ballads. They're not all ballads.
They're not all ballads. But yeah, that was fun. And maybe next time around we'll do...
Beautiful Ballad of the Bards. Bards are singers.
Are they?
Yeah, and storytellers.
Oh, okay. I always thought that was like a word for like poet, which I guess.
Singers can be poets.
Sure they can. Yeah, so that was fun.
Yeah, that was fun. We'll have to do another. I feel like we need a title for this. We need like Thunderdome or something like
the Tidal Dome. Tidal Dome.
Yeah,
maybe
the title Thunderdome.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, and we'll be right back with our random game. All right, we're back.
And we got one of my favorite groups of all time, Spica. My lovely, lovely ladies. They were the first girl group I ever loved. And they are sadly no more.
No.
5-member girl group.
Debuted 2012.
Yes, they debuted in 2012 under B2M Entertainment, which is a company I'm not super familiar with. But they had a pre-debut single called Doggedly. And then their debut mini album was called Russian Roulette. And they promoted a title of the same name, a Russian Roulette. Throughout their whole career, they've had like a very significant professional relationship with Lee Hyori, a solo artist we've talked about a lot. She was originally in one of our first gen girl groups and has then like established herself as a queen. Anyway, she has written, collaborated, produced, and been in several music videos with Spica. So she had like she had a pretty big hand in their career.
A mentor-y type relationship.
Definitely a mentor relationship. They even in 2013, like the year after they debuted, Spica was on a TV show with Lee Hyori. And so she definitely helped them out a lot. But they didn't have like an overly successful career.
Right.
I mean, I think that they had kind of a sexy image and concept, and they had such phenomenal singers. Like they're a super, super vocal heavy group. And their songs like really play up on that. So some of their songs and some of their albums, I think, probably lean a little bit more ballad heavy.
Right.
But all of their songs, personally, like I don't have any songs that I dislike of Spica. I like all of their music. But their music didn't really do that well. Like their second album, Lonely, which came out it says came out in 2012, the same year as their first one. Yeah, I guess so. So that first year that they debuted, they came out with a lot of music, and their album or like little EP Lonely went all the way to number 8, but they never had a single that went past number 10 on any of the Korean charts. So they like weren't really a huge smash commercially, which I think is a damn shame. And eventually they switched labels in 2015 or 2016. 2015. They switched labels from B2M to CJ. And then almost immediately after they switched labels, they went on a 2-year hiatus. Like they were supposed to come out with a mini album after they changed labels, and then it was delayed. And then they didn't come out with anything until like 2017, where they came out with Secret Time, which was like a little mini EP. It had like 3 songs on it. All of which are great. I own it. It's very good.
Yeah.
But it was just like a small, like it came out, and then almost immediately after they announced that they were disbanded. And I was so like,
sad for you. Like I remember that and how sad I was for you, because it was like I had seen the news there was a new Spica album, and it was so exciting. And then it was over
because
so fast.
I hadn't heard they were my girls, and they hadn't done anything in so long. And it was 2017. I was like up on my K-pop shit and like in it deep. And finally, they came back, and I was like ready for them to promote on places. And they had like a super fun music video. They didn't promote anywhere, no music show stages of Secret Time. And they just immediately announced that they were gone. And I was so heartbroken.
Yeah. And didn't like one or two of them go unit it up and actually made it into
one of them made
unit?
it onto the unit. Her name is Jiwon. We've talked about her a lot. She made it onto the unit. And she made it all the way to like the end of
Unity.
Yeah, to Unity. She was in the group that came from that TV show. There's another member, Bo Hyung, who before they even disbanded was on a show called like Girl Spirit, which was like a singing show. But yeah, they've all, and Kim Boa, she was like arguably the lead singer, I guess. She has had a pretty successful songwriting career.
Yeah, she's in a lot of the credits of the Spica songs even.
Yes, she wrote a lot of their own songs. She worked with Lee Hyori to write a lot of their songs, and she's written a lot of songs for other artists as well. So they like are still active in things, and they claim that someday they'll reunite, but whatever.
We know what that means.
Yeah.
Well, let's watch this video that I know you love.
I love it so much.
Their most popular video is You Don't Love Me from 5 years ago with 5.3 million views. So here is Spica.
But a song that didn't even chart.
I know.
Where the fuck were you, Spica fans?
I'm so sorry. Let's watch it. Be comfy.
It's fine. I'll be happy. You Don't Love Me is a fantastic music video. I've talked about it before. They wear fake butts in it. This music video is really cute. It's one of my favorites. The concept of it is like, it's not a box video in the sense that it doesn't like take place in a box, but it is mostly just like them in like it's kind of like the Wonder Girls Why So Lonely music video, and that they're in like a little trailer and they're like getting ready in different rooms, and then they're like there's a scene where they're like dancing, but their outfits are super retro and it's really cute, and their singing is so good. They're such good singers.
So here we go. Here's You Don't Love Me. Okay, we're zooming in slowly into like a shipping container where a girl is doing her makeup.
She's writing in lipstick on the mirror. They're all very retro styled. I mean, listen to that voice.
That's the
They're
intro.
such good singers.
Oh, these outfits are
They're
fantastic.
so cute. They're eating like they do
Little
a lot
eating
of
men.
fun things. Yeah, they eat men in this. The blonde's outfit is my favorite.
Yes.
That's Boa.
Okay. I mean, there's like absolutely insane vintage clothing happening here.
It's so beautiful.
Their hair and their cat eye, like eyeliner.
Booties.
Booties and cheese balls.
They're it's all pinup style.
Yes.
It's all like Betty Page curls. You don't love me. There's the fake butts. You don't love me.
I love those dresses.
I know.
She just poked her in the butt very hard. I love her like rasp. Of
I
her
know.
voice. It's
Her
really
rasp
cool.
is so beautiful.
Oh, those big fake butts are silly. I have that top. It looks better on her though.
Yeah. Well, hers is more of a crop than yours is.
No, mine's a crop. Like that's exactly the same
really?
as the one I have.
You should wear it like that.
With a beret
and a little scarf.
Oh, the side of the shipping container opened and now it's a stage.
Yes. Those dresses with the slits up the side.
Yeah.
The outfits in this, A+.
I love her little turban. I love the earrings.
Yes. And the choreo in this is like totally cute. It's nothing extensive, but it's adorable. It fits the song.
Oh, now they have tank tops and jeans and red heels, which was my like signature look in college.
Chair dance.
Oh, cute.
I need your love, love. I need your love, love. I need your love, love.
Ooh, clock arms. Oh, now they have like modern glittery party clothes on.
Yeah, time to go to the disco.
And poor Lucky Charms everywhere.
And
she broke that
messily.
banana. Did
Yes,
you see
she
how
did.
she broke that banana right in half? Oh no, there are like fire hoses and skirts being blown up like Marilyn Monroe. Wow, I love
it. Speak up. Oh, my lovely ladies, I love you so much.
Oh, that was so good. I'm sorry, I didn't want this to make you sad. I thought it would be exciting that we get to talk about
is
Speak
exciting.
Up, but I'm sorry they're there
It's
no
just so
more.
bittersweet because they were so talented and like, oh, they're just such good singers. Like,
Yeah.
Speaka, Mamamoo fills a Speaka void for me.
Right. I totally get that.
You know what
like,
I mean? Like, they have, Mamamoo even has like a bit of a retro edge to a
Yeah.
lot of their music and a lot of their concepts. And all four of them are like very substantial, solid singers. But my girls, I'll miss you forever, Speaka.
I'm so sorry. That was really good though. And I know that there is at least a listener that is a Speaka fan. So for you and
Yes,
them,
one person recently contacted us and was like, by the way, I love Speaka. So to that one person,
that was for you guys.
Yeah.
That was for you guys. All right. I guess it's weekly recommendation time.
yes.
I can go first because I think I know what I'm going to do. So like I said at the beginning, I had to like whittle down these beautifuls. So I'm going to recommend one of the only tracks called Beautiful by a female artist that I found. And that is Amber's song Beautiful that was on her solo debut album, which had like Shake That Brass and stuff on it. And there are two versions of Beautiful. One is in Korean and one is in English. And the music video has like home videos of like her when she was a child. And it's just like a very nice song and just kind of talking about like learning to accept the self that you are or whatever. And Amber doesn't, or she hadn't at the time that the song came out, she wasn't really like a singer. She was like the cool, tough rapper in FX.
Yeah.
So like this was like her first like moment of being like soft. And it's just like a very nice, vulnerable song.
Nice.
So that's my recommendation. Beautiful by Amber. If you're not
Wonderful.
sick of hearing the word beautiful.
My recommendation is inspired by our random play game.
I was hoping you would get inspired by
Yes.
it.
So there are many different Speaka songs that I could recommend. I will go on record and say that I own all of their discography and I like all of it. So and even to the point where when Red Velvet came out with Russian Roulette, I was like, excuse you, girl
That
group.
name is
There's
taken.
already a girl group song named Russian Roulette and they are called Speaka. But
Well, if 8 more people do a song called Russian Roulette, we can do another
great.
one of these.
Spoiler alert, Speaka will be my number one. So what I recommend is one of the videos that made me fall for them in the very first place, which was that there's this video online and it was released by B2M Entertainment and it's on their YouTube channel. It's called Speaka Cups and it's the When I'm Gone Pitch Perfect song. It's the video is only like it's a minute and 43 seconds long. It's very short, but it's literally it looks like a casual like candid video filmed at like a house party or something because it's just Speaka in the kitchen sitting next to each other or like standing next to each other with cups and like singing it a cappella, but the harmonies and the vocals in it were in that minute and 43 seconds, I was like, I will love these girls for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
So that's what I recommend. The Cup song by Speaka.
They also do it on Weekly Idol if you can't get enough. There's
Yeah.
2 versions.
Yes, they do it more than once. I like the version that I'm recommending in particular because it seems very like off the cuff.
Yeah, totally. All right. Well, this was fun. Next week, we will be back talking about the Astro concert. That when you're listening to this, we went to it a few days ago, but we definitely haven't gone to it yet. So
As we're recording this, we haven't gone to it. As this episode is released, we will have already gone to it and not have had time to talk about it.
Yeah.
So next week, tune in to hear all about
the
this
Astro.
Astro concert, which I just have to point out, like, I screenshotted it. It's one of my favorite things I've ever been Venmo'd for, which was Moonbin's shoulders in person.
Yep. I love being creative on Venmo, and that is what we paid for.
That's what we're paying for.
So if you would like to get in contact with us, I guess at this point we can probably still take a couple more biases.
But just a few.
But just a few. We've been getting so many, and they're all great. But if you would like to contact us, if you would like to contact us at AMA K-Pop Pod on Twitter and Instagram, amakpoppod.tumblr.com for links, amakpoppod@gmail.com for long emails, and Ask Me About K-Pop, the podcast on YouTube. I've done a lot of talking today.
You did
This is
it.
getting
Good
very
job.
hard, but we did it, and we will see you guys the next week. Bye-bye. Jonghyun, you're our inspiration.